Hello, my name is Ava Homan, and today I want to talk about a surprising and fascinating connection: how the microbes in our gut might be influencing our brain health and even the progression of diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. We tend to think of the brain as separate from the rest of our body, but it turns out that the trillions of microbes living in our gut play a surprisingly powerful role in brain health and possibly brain disease. The purpose of this talk is to explore how the gut microbiome influences the brain through what's called the microbiota gut brain axis. The bottom line is, changes in the gut microbiome can drive inflammation, impact brain function, and potentially accelerate or slow neurodegeneration. And if that's true, we may be able to target the gut to help treat brain diseases. The gut microbiome refers to all the microbes that live in our intestines and their metabolites. These microbes help us digest food, produce vitamins, and regulate our immune system. In fact, we have way more microbial genes in our bodies than human ones. And these microbes don't just stay in the gut, they produce signals that reach other parts of the body, including the brain. So, shown below is the microbiota gut brain axis, or the main communication highway between the gut and the brain. Signals travel through the vagus nerve, the immune system, and even through gut produced neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. It's bidirectional, meaning what happens in the gut affects the brain and vice versa. So, one of the key effects is on glial cells, or the brain's immune cells. The gut microbiome helps regulate microglial activation, which plays a role in clearing out toxic proteins in diseases like Alzheimer's. But when the gut is out of balance or in a state of dysbiosis, these same microglia can become overactive and damage neurons instead. Looking specifically at Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, both diseases, researchers have found early changes in the gut microbiome even before major brain symptoms appear. Animal studies show that mice raised without gut microbiomes have reduced brain inflammation and fewer plaques until their microbiome is restored. Lowe et al. Showed that the gut microbiome plays a direct role in regulating microglia, so the gut may be involved even at the very beginning of disease progression. Some specific microbes, like Helicobacter pylori, have even been linked to Alzheimer's disease pathogenesis, as shown in a study by Shi et al. Zhang et al. Focuses on the idea that microbial metabolites like short-chain fatty acids can travel to the brain, crossing the blood-brain barrier and directly affecting inflammation and barrier integrity. Finally, Zacharias et al. Looked beyond just the microbes themselves and focused on what they produce. And they wrote that analyzing microbial metabolites, the metabolome, can reveal disease biomarkers and potential new treatment targets. Together, these studies point to the gut microbiome not just as a passenger in disease, but as a possible driver we can target. So, where is all this heading? First, we're seeing a big push towards precision microbiome therapies, so tailored probiotics and prebiotics designed to restore key microbes and their beneficial metabolites in patients. And secondly, fecal microbiota transplantation, or FMT, is being tested in clinical trials to see if we can reduce neuroinflammation and improve symptoms in people with Alzheimer's or Parkinson's. We're also seeing a lot of interest in metabolomics, specifically using gut metabolite fingerprints as early biomarkers for detecting disease before symptoms even start. And some researchers are even looking earlier in life, asking, can we shape the microbiome in childhood to prevent diseases later on? And so this is really exciting area of future research. So together, these directions show that the gut-brain axis isn't just an interesting theory, it's becoming a serious part of how we think about diagnosing and treating neurodegenerative diseases. So I'll leave you with this. If the gut holds the power to influence our brain, should we start treating neurodegenerative diseases from the inside out? The connection between gut and brain challenges how we think about treating disease, and it just might be the key to unlocking better therapies in the future. What can we do today through diet, research, or medicine to support a healthier gut and brain? Thank you so much for listening to this, and if you're curious to learn more, these are the sources that I use.